High Call series.
So, hi children, good morning. In the previous episode, we have discussed about the third chapter, that is keeping healthy and fit. So, in that chapter, we have discussed what are the different ways to maintain a good health and what are the different good habits we have to follow to keep our body very healthy and fit. So, in this chapter, now we are going to discuss about the safety habits and first aid. So, what are the safety habits and what is the first aid? So, in this chapter, we are going to discuss the different safety rules and different safety measures while we are playing games and while we are in the house and while we are in swimming pool. In this way, we will learn different safety measures and we will learn different safety habits. And also, we will learn what is first aid and what are the different items kept in the first aid box. So, we will learn these topics in this chapter. So, children, let us enter into the topic. So, hi children. So, how you are enjoying and how you are spending this lockdown period during this COVID pandemic? So, I hope that you are spending some time on watching online videos and some time you are spending playing games. So, children, do you enjoy playing games? Yes, everyone you enjoy playing games. So, different games you will play different games, you will enjoy different games. So, what games you enjoy? So, what games do you like, children? So, could you give me some examples for the games you very much like? So, what are the games you like very much? So, that is cricket and volleyball. So, cricket, volleyball, and basketball, etc. So, most of the children, most of the boys will enjoy playing games like cricket, volleyball, basketball, etc. So, most of us very like playing games, and also we like very much playing games, and we will play different games in the playground. So, but we will observe some children will get injured while playing games. That means they will fall down and they will cause leads to scratches and cuts. So, children, why some people get injured while playing games? Because they are not following some game rules and also safety rules. So, children, remember, whatever game you are playing, first you should follow that game rules and also you should follow some safety rules. Then you will not be get injured and you will not be get any scratches or wounds or cuts. So not only playing games, children, not only playing games while you are walking on the road. So while you are walking and while you are bicycling and while you are traveling in your vehicle. So while walking and while bicycling or while traveling in your vehicle or while when you are in house. So when you are house, everywhere you have to follow some safety rules. So when you are outside or when you are in house, everywhere you have to follow some safety rules, then you cannot get injured. So children, remember, especially you have to follow some safety rules, that is when you are outside. When you are outside and when you are in the house. In the house. So outside means, children, when you are walking on the road and when you are cycling and when you are traveling in any vehicle like a bus and car, and also when you are going to any swimming pool. So in these cases, you have to follow some safety rules. And also in the house also, you have to follow some safety rules. So in this chapter, children, we will going to learn about what are the safety rules we have to follow in different cases. So let us see what are the different situations we have to follow the safety rules. So what are the different situations when we are in outside and when we are in the house. So first, so children, so when we are traveling on the road, that is road safety or safety on the road. Safety on the road. So this is the first one, that is the first situation. So safety on the road, that means when you are walking on the road or when you are cycling or when you are traveling in a car or a bus on the road, you have to follow some safety rules. And not only on the road, so safety at home. So safety at home. So safety at home. So children, when you are in the house, so you have to follow some safety rules like you should not play with fire and should not play with sharp objects and you should not play with matchsticks. So in this way, so you have to also follow some safety rules so to prevent from injuries. And also safety in swimming pools. Safety in swimming pools. So safety in swimming pools. So while you are going to learn swimming, there also you have to follow some safety rules to prevent from injuries. And also the fourth situation is while playing in the playground. That is safety in the playground. Safety in the playground. So children, these are the different situations when you are outside the house and when you are inside the house. Wherever you are, you have to follow some safety rules and follow. So if you follow the safety rules, then you will be prevented from injuries. So let us discuss about each one. So what are the different rules we have to follow in different situations? So let us see the first one, that is safety on the road. So what are the different safety measures and what are the different safety rules we have to follow on the road? So let us see about the safety rules we have to follow when we are on the road. So children, so the first one is while you are walking on the road, so walk on the footpath. So walk on the footpath or walk on the left side of the road. So walk on the footpath or walk on the left side of the road. So children, so you should not walk everywhere on the road. So keep to the left side of the road or walk on the footpath, then there will be safety to your and no accident will be takes place and no vehicles will hit your body. So that's why you have to walk on the footpath or on the left side of the road. And children, so you observe some white and black stripes on the road at the junctions. So what are those black and white colored stripes regions? Those are called zebra crossings. So what are those? Those are called zebra crossings. So why these are called zebra crossings? Because a zebra has also white and black colored stripes on its body. That's why these are also called zebra crossings and cross the roads at the zebra crossings only. So why these white and black colored stripes are drawn on the road? So those white and black colored stripes drawn on the road represents zebra crossing and they are meant only for crossing the road for the walkers. And we have to use these zebra crossings to cross the roads only. And we should not cross the roads everywhere. Then there may be a chance of taking accidents. So children, so remember, so whenever you walking on the road and whenever you want to cross the roads, you have to use the zebra crossing and you have to cross the roads at the zebra crossings only. So while you are moving on the zebra crossings, first you should ensure that means first you should look at left side and then right side and again right side. Then ensure that no vehicles are coming on both sides. Then walk on the zebra crossing and cross the road. So next, the the next safety rule we have to follow on the road is, so children, do not play on the road. So do not play on the road. So children, it is one of the bad habit, and we will frequently observe that some children will play games on the road or on the street at their houses. So it is one of the bad habit because the vehicles will be passed on the road, on the street, and there may be chance of those vehicles will hit your body while you are playing, and there may be chances of takes place accidents. So that's why children, do not play on the road. So do not play on the road. So play the games only in the open ground, that is especially in the playground. So that's why children, so these are the some safety rules and safety measures we have to follow while we are on the road or while we are walking on the road. And children, so next one is, so while you are cycling or while you are traveling in a car, so there will be traffic lights at the junction of the roads. So what are those? So those are traffic lights, and observe the traffic lights while you are traveling in any vehicle or while you are cycling on your road. So what are traffic lights? So where will be there? So these traffic lights will be there especially at the junction of the roads. So what is the junction? So junction means, so there may be two or more roads. So the two or more roads will meet at a point. That point where two or more roads will meet is called a junction. So children, look at the board. So this is one road, and this is another road, and this is another road. So this is another road. So if you look at the board, here there are four roads meeting at a point. So this meeting point of roads, so more than three roads or two roads is called a junction. So generally we observe traffic lights at the junctions. So follow the traffic lights while you are traveling in your vehicle or while you are cycling. So if you observe traffic lights, how many colored lights will be there? So total there will be 3 colored lights. What are those? So the first one is red colored light. So that is red light. So what will the red light says? So if the red light is blown, so what is the meaning of the red light? So if the red light is blown, that meaning is stop. So children, while you are traveling in your vehicle, and if you observe that red light is blown in the traffic lights, so you have to stop there and you have to stop your vehicle there. And do not cross the roads while the traffic red light is blown. And what is the another light in the there? So the another light is yellow colored light. That is yellow light. So what is the yellow light represents? The yellow light represents get ready. So get ready. So children, if the red light is blown, that means you have to stop there. And if the yellow colored light is blown, that means you are getting ready to move. And another light is in green color, and that green color light represents, and green color light says now go. So if the green color light glows, now you can go or you can move on the road. So children, so while you are moving on the road or while you are traveling on the road, so observe the traffic lights and follow the traffic lights. So especially there will be 3 colored lights in each signal. So that is red colored light, yellow colored light, green colored light. So red colored light says stop, and yellow colored light says get ready, and green colored light says go. So children, if the green colored light goes, then only you have to move on the road. So these are the safety rules you have to follow while we are moving on the road. So children, daily we will observe and daily we will watch so many accidents in the TVs and in the newspapers. So while the accidents are taking place on the roads, so generally, so those drivers are not following these safety rules and they are also not following these traffic signals. That's why those accidents are taking place every day and everywhere in our world. And next, while we are traveling, so these are the safety rules while we are walking on the road or while we are traveling on the road. And next, if you are traveling in a bus or car, so there also you have to follow some safety rules. Let us see what the safety rules we have to follow when you are traveling in a bus or traveling in a car. So children, while traveling, so when you are moving in a school bus, so some children come to school by school bus and some children come to school by their own car and some children come to school by their cycle and some children will come to school on walking. So on whatever means you have coming to school on the road, so here also you have to follow some safety rules. So for example, if you are traveling in a school bus or if you are traveling in a car, so don't lean out your head or stretch out your hand through the windows of the car or bus. So children, remember, don't lean. So don't lean out. So don't lean out or don't stretch out your hands through the windows or doors of the bus or car. So if you stretch your hands out through the windows of the or doors of the car or bus, then there will be chances of hitting by the vehicles which are coming just by the side of your vehicle. So children, remember, so don't lean out your head and don't stretch out your hand. So don't stretch out your hand outside. So through the windows, of the bus. So children, don't lean out your head or don't stretch out your hand outside through the windows of your bus. And also children, the next one is, so don't get in or get down from the moving bus. So don't get in or get down from the moving bus. And if you want to get in or get down, please ensure that the vehicle is completely at rest. That means the vehicle is completely stopped. Then only you have to get down or get in. So children, remember, so don't get in or get down. So don't get in or get down from the moving bus. So children, so if you get in or get down from the moving bus, so then there may be a chances of skidding or slipping off your foot and fell down on the road and you will be injured severely. So remember, so if you get down from the school bus, if your house will come and if you want to get down from the school bus and ensure that and the bus is completely stopped, then only you have to get in. And also, in the same way, you have to get in while the bus is completely stopped. And next, and third one is, children, stand in a queue at the bus stop. So don't rush in and to get in or get down in the school bus. So stand in a queue. So children, stand in a queue at the bus stop and don't rush into the bus. So it will lead some injuries. So if you rush in or rush out from the bus, so there will be chances of skidding or slipping, and there may be chances of getting injured. So that's why, so follow a queue. So while you are getting down the bus, so following a queue and moving a queue. So if you want to get in or get down from the school bus. And the next one is, children, wear safety belt. So wear safety belt when you are traveling in a car, in any vehicle. So wear safety belt or seat belt. So wear safety belt while you are traveling in your vehicle. So this safety belt prevents you from the injuries when your vehicle gets accident. So children, remember, so these safety rules while you are traveling in a bus or a car. So and the same way, do not disturb the driver and stay in your seat. So don't come too near to the driver and don't chit chat with the driver. So it may he loses his concentration. So that's why, so don't talk with the driver and sit in your seat and don't disturb the driver. So next one is don't disturb the driver. So don't disturb the driver and stay in your seat and do not move from your seat and do not come too near the driver and do not talk with your driver. And also children remember, so do not stand on the footboard of your bus or vehicle. So this will also leads some injuries or some accidents. So don't stand on the footboards. So don't stand on the footboards of the vehicle. So don't stand on the footboards of the bus or vehicle. So children remember these the safety rules while you are traveling in any vehicle. So first one is don't lean out your head or don't stretch out your hands through the windows or doors of your bus. And next one is don't get in or get down from the moving bus and ensure that the bus is completely stopped, then only you have to get in or get down. And also maintain a queue or stand in a queue to get in or get down from the bus. So if you want to get in the bus, so move in a queue. And if you want to get down from the bus, move in a queue. Otherwise, if you rush out or rush in, it will maybe leads to skidding or slipping and you maybe fell down on the road, causes injuries. And another one is wear safety belt while you are traveling in car. So this is the most important habit and safety rule, the wearing of safety belt while you are traveling in the car. And next one is don't disturb the driver and stay in your seat and don't talk with your driver and do not disturb the driver because there may be chance of losing his concentration on the driving and causes accidents. So now don't stand on the footboards of your school bus. So these are some safety rules you have to follow while traveling. So see the next situation, that is safety at home. So up to now, we have discussed about the safety rules on the road and safety rules while traveling. Now, the next situation is what are the safety rules we have to follow when we are at home. So the next one is safety at home. So safety at home. So children, so not only outside, so in houses also some accidents takes place. For example, fire accidents and electrical mishaps and short circuits. So these are the different accidents that takes place in the house. So that's why you have to follow some safety rules also when you are in the house. So let us see what are the different safety measures we have to follow when we are at home. So children, remember the first one is do not to play with sharp objects. Do not to play with sharp objects. So what are the sharp objects in your house? So the sharp objects are that is chalks and knives, blades and scissors. So these are the examples for sharp objects and never play with the sharp objects. So because those sharp objects will cause cuts to your body and it will cause bleeding. And next, another one is do not play with matchsticks. So next one is do not play with matchsticks. So children, why we should not play with matchsticks? So here the matchsticks contains. So if you take the matchsticks, so the matchstick contains a poisonous chemical at its head. So there may be some poisonous chemicals at its head. If you play with the matchsticks, that chemicals will be attached to your hands, and if you eat the vegetables or fruits or any food items without cleaning your hands, those chemicals may enter your body and causes some troubles to your digestion and also causes ill health to your body. And also these are the explosives. So the chemicals which are present at the head of the matchstick are some more explosive and there may be chances of explosive. So don't play with matchsticks. And another one is do not play with fire. So do not play with fire. So children, it is very very dangerous. So most of the fire accidents are takes place because of carelessness about the fire. So that's why do not play with fire. So children, so during some festivals, especially Diwali, so during this Diwali, so most of the children will burn the crackers and will light the crackers. And so while we are burning the crackers during the festival Diwali, we have to follow some rules and regulations. So remember children, so do not burn the crackers without elders. So don't burn the crackers without guidance or without supervision of your elders or parents. So that's why burn the crackers or light the crackers under the supervision or under the guidance of your elders and parents. And some children will burn the crackers inside the house. So it is the most dangerous and it causes the fire accidents in your house. So do not burn the crackers inside the house. And also some children will go nearer to the burning crackers. So it is also one of the bad habit. So there may be a chance of explosion because the firecrackers are explosive substances. So while the crackers are burning, so do not go nearer to the burning crackers. And do not lean over the burning crackers. So some children will go nearer to the burning crackers and they will lean over the burning crackers and there may be a chance of sudden explosion and sudden lightning and they will damage your eyes. The children, so we all should take some safety rules while burning crackers and while lighting crackers during the festivals Diwali. And also, do not wear nylon cloths while burning crackers. So because so these nylon cloths will immediately catch us the fire. That's why wear only cotton cloths and do not wear nylon cloths. And children, so not only these, there are some more safety rules we have to follow while we are at home. And another one is do not touch the electric objects. That is, do not touch electric switches and electric bulbs or electric gadgets. So do not touch the electric switches or electric gadgets with your wet hands. So children, remember, so while you are bathing and if you complete your bathing and come outside from bathroom, so some children immediately switch on the fan and switch on the light. So here your hands will be wet and there may be chance of getting electric shock when you touch the electric gadgets or electric switches. So that's why, so remember and take care while switch on the electric gadgets. So the next one is do not fly the kites on the terrace of your houses. So children, the next one is, so do not fly the kites. So do not fly the kites at the terrace or on the terrace of your house. So most of the children, so most of you, so fly the kites on the terrace of your house. So it is very, very dangerous. And while you are flying the kites and you will forget that you are on the terrace and you will move along with the kite and along the thread and there may be chances of skidding and slipping and fell down from your house building and causes a lot of injuries and in some cases it also leads to death. So children, remember, so do not fly the kites on the terrace of your house. So the kites should be fly only in the open ground. So go to the playground. So go to the open ground, then only, there only you have to fly the kites. And children, the next one is do not rush down or do not run down the staircases. So do not run down the staircases. So do not run down the staircases. So children, so in every houses there will be staircases. Staircases means steps. So while you are moving up or moving down the steps, so walk slowly. So if you run on the staircases, there may be chances of skidding or slipping and you will fall down on the steps and causes a lot of injuries to your body, and sometimes it causes injuries to your head also. So children, remember, do not run down the staircases. That means while you are moving on the steps, so walk slowly on the steps. Next children, so do not run on the wet floor in your houses. So while the floor is wet, so do not run on the wet floor in your house. So the next one is do not run on the wet floors. So do not run on the wet floors of your house. So there may be chances of skidding or slipping while you are running or walking on the wet floors, and ensure that while your parents or your mom will clean the flooring, so ensure that the floor is dried, then only you have to walk on the floor. Otherwise, if the floor is wet, there may be chances of skidding and you may fall down on the floor and causes the fracture of bones and a lot of injuries to your body. So children, these are the different safety measures we have to follow in the house. So the accidents not only takes place outside, the accidents may take place inside the house also. So that means if you are carelessness, because of our carelessness, the accidents will take place in the houses also. So some accidents will take place in the kitchen and some accidents will take place in the houses. So these are the preventive measures and safety rules we have to follow while you are in the house, and we can prevent the injuries and accidents from these preventive measures. So now the safety in swimming pool. And the next situation is, so when you go outside for learning swimming, so that you have also follow some safety rules in the swimming pool. So that is safety in swimming pools. So children, the next one is safety in swimming pool. So children, so some boys or some small children will drown in the swimming pool and they will be died because of they are not following some certain safety rules while they are learning swimming. So children, in the swimming pool also, so if you are going to learn swimming, so there also you have to follow some safety rules. So what are the safety rules and safety measures you have to follow are, do not go alone into the swimming pool. So children, remember, do not go alone into the swimming pool. So do not go alone into the swimming pool. So children, why? Because you are the learner and you need the assistance of some elders or some adult or some trainers. So without any supervision or without any elders, if you go into the swimming pool, then you will be drowned in the water and it will lead to death. So that's why do not go alone into the swimming pool. And also go into the swimming pool along with your parents or elders. So go into swimming pool along with your parents or elders, and not go into the swimming pool alone. So because these parents and elders will give guidance or will give some support and will give some assistance while you are learning swimming in the swimming pool. And children, remember, use life buoys. That means use air-filled tubes. So use air-filled tubes, and these are also called life buoys. And use these air-filled tubes if you do not know the swimming. And if you are learning the swimming, and if you do not know how to swimming, then use the air-filled tubes around your body, or fix this air-filled tubes around your body, then only enter into the swimming pool. Then it is the better way, and these air-filled tubes prevent you from drowning into the water. And also the next one is, so children, so never go deep into the pool. So never go deep into the pool. So never go deep. So children, remember, so while you are learning, and if you are the learner, So do not go deep into the pool, because as you are moving inside the swimming pool, there will be more deaths, and it will causes drowning, and it will leads to death. So remember, so these are the some safety rules. These are the some preventive measures we have to follow while we are in the swimming pool, or you are going to learn swimming in the swimming pool. The first one is, do not go alone in the swimming pool, and along with your parents and elders. So accompany, that means to take any your parents or elders while you are entering into the swimming pool. And also use air-filled tube, that is live buoys, if you do not know the proper swimming. And never go deep into the swimming pool. So children, so these are the safety measures we have to follow in the swimming pool. So next one is safety in the playground. So safety in the playground. So safety in the playground. Children, the next situation is safety in the playground. Up to now we have discussed the different safety measures we have to follow while we are walking on the road, and while we are traveling, and while we are at home, and while we are in swimming pool. Now the next topic is safety in the playground. So children, most of you enjoy the playing games, and some games will be played in the house. Those are called indoor games. So those games which will play inside the house are called indoor games. So like caroms, chess. So these are the some indoor games. And also there some games will be played outside in the open ground. Those are called outdoor games. So children, so indoor games and outdoor games. So those games which are played inside the house are called inside games, like caroms and chess, ludo. That's examples. And outdoor games means those games which are played outside the house. That is, those games which are played in the playground only are called outdoor games. Example: cricket, volleyball, basketball, kabaddi, kho-kho. All these are called outdoor games. So children, while you are playing games in the playground, there also you have to follow some preventive rules, some preventive measures, that is safety rules. So children, only play games in the playground and does not play on the road. So the first one is does not play on the road, or does not play in the street. So does not play on the road or street. So why? Because if you play on the road or street, there may be chances of coming vehicles and passerby vehicles, and there may be chances of hitting the vehicles your body, and leads to injuries and accidents also. And next one is, children, do not play near water. So do not play near water. So remember children, never play at the banks of lakes, or at the banks of ponds, or at the banks of canals. So it is very, very dangerous. So if you play near the water, and sometimes you lose your concentration, that is, there is a water, and sometimes there may be chances of falling down into the water. So that's why, so do not play near water bodies like ponds, lakes and canals. And children, another one is, do not climb trees. So do not climb trees. So children, while you are in the playground, so never climb the trees. So if you climb the trees, there may be chances of skidding, and you may fall down from that large height of the tree on the ground, and leads to a lot of and large injuries, and there may be chances of fracturing bones, and sometimes there will be head injuries, and sometimes it leads also death. So that's why do not climb trees. And children, so do not play near buildings which are under construction. So the next one is, so do not play near buildings under construction. So do not play near buildings which are under construction. So children, this is one of the important safety rule we have to follow while you are playing. So never play near the buildings which are under construction. So if you play near the buildings under construction, there may be chances of falling down a large, huge blocks of rocks or metals. They may be fell down on your head and leads to injuries to your head and leads to fractures. So that's why never play near the buildings which are under construction. So they are very dangerous. There may be chances of fell down of any large things like rocks and rods also. So these are the safety rules in the playground. So children, so these are the different situations we have to follow safety rules. So when you are in house and when you are outside the house. So when you are in house and when you are outside the house, so when you are outside the house means when you are walking, when you are traveling, and when you are in the swimming pool, when you are in the playground. So these are the different situations when you are outside the house and you have to follow. So these safety rules. So children, so the next topic in this chapter is first aid. So what is first aid? So let us discuss about first aid.